Here he is, guys, the man of the moment, Mr. Robin Thicke.
Hello. I want to sit on the side here. Good.
Yes. All right. Hi, I'm Joshua Simon from Hot FM.
Hey, Josh.
Robin. If you had to pick one of these three things, okay, which is the most important one to you? The first one is a Grammy Award. The second one's a multi-platinum selling album.
Okay.
The third one's 10 million fans. So the fans, the business, or the credibility?
Oh, well, I would definitely take the multi-platinum album
Yeah?
because that means you have fans. And, credibility is all individual, it's about the perception. Some people think that something is the best thing in the world, other people don't get it at all. So credibility is individual. I mean, I think the most important thing is that you're selling records, that people are hearing your music, sharing your music. That's what's most important to me.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Robin, welcome to Malaysia. My name is Dennis from the New Straits Times newspaper. Robin, has becoming a successful singer always been your childhood dream?
Yes.
And has your dad, Mr. Alan Thicke of Growing Pains, been your #1 fan and critic and supporter from day one?
Yes, my parents have always supported me, but also because they're in the same business as me, they've always had a lot of advice. My mom gave me more advice about my performances, because she's a performer, and my dad would give me advice about my songwriting and becoming a producer and not having to count on anybody else to create my music, that I would always be able to make my music by myself. And I think that was a great piece of advice that he gave me.
Okay, Manila Buddhism.
I'm Christina Gulen, entertainment editor of Manila Philippine. Birdlines has been named the Billboard's #1 song summer.
Yes.
What do you think made it very successful?
Well, I think the great thing about music is sometimes you can't describe why you like something. It just kind of gets into your bones. And I think the reason that this song connected is because I hear all the time, it's my grandma's favorite song. It's my 5-year-old's favorite song. It seemed to cross age boundaries and racial boundaries. The amazing thing is, I believe it's the first song ever that was #1 on all 5 different formats of urban radio, adult urban radio, pop radio, adult pop radio. And so I think that shows that it connected to all ages and all groups. I don't know how that happened. I wish I could do that every time, but it just doesn't always work that way. Yes, please, one question.
How would you describe your writing style or musicality in Birdlines?
Well, I would say all of my music, the center of it is soul. And I consider myself a very soulful person and a soulful singer. And my favorite artists, whether it's Marvin Gaye or Bob Marley or Stevie Wonder or even John Lennon and Bruce Springsteen, these are all very soulful people who sing from their hearts and sing with passion. And that's always been the kind of music I want to make, is passionate, soulful music.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right, question in front.
Hi, I'm Justin from
Hey, Justin.
Christina Music. I noticed that this album is kind of like a family affair. You have your father co-writing on Anal Head for that,
Yes,
and your son Julian stars off
yes.
the track.
And my wife is the voice on Take It Easy on Me, the girl's voice that answers. Yeah, that's my wife's voice.
So what was that a conscious decision, or did it came along?
It wasn't conscious. I'm a very family-oriented guy. My wife and my son are the most important things in the world to me, and they're always there. My studio is in my house, so my son will come in all the time and check on Daddy and say, "Daddy, what you doing?" "I'm working on a new song called Ain't No Half of That," and he goes, "Ain't no half of that," And so I put his voice on that song, and my father was working on a song that he was writing, and I came in and I was like, "Dad, I got to use the microphone for that. I got to put down this idea I got." And then he started telling me some lyric ideas for the song that I was writing, and he nailed it. He had some great lyric ideas, so it was the first time that him and I got to write a song together on my album, so very exciting.
Straits Times.
Hi Robin, Edino from the Straits Times in Singapore. Can you comment on the suit against Marvin Gaye and Bridgeport Music?
I can't comment on that. All I can say is that I have the utmost respect for Marvin Gaye and his family, and it's always tough when it comes to creation and inspiration and what lines are blurred. Yeah, I have nothing but the most respect for him and his family.
Question back to there.
Hi, I'm Anamila from 70. So
Yeah.
you have been with your wife since basically forever.
Yes.
So what about the relationship has made it work for both of you?
Well, respect, and you have to listen. People's as you change individually, you have to change together. Nobody is the same person. I'm not the same person I was when I was 20 years old, and neither is she. And so I think the most important thing is paying attention to what does she need today, how does she feel today, and really focus in on trying to make each other happy every single day.
Yes. You.
Oh, thank you.
Go ahead.
You come from, you have quite famous parents, actually very famous parents. So what was the biggest growing pain growing up from such a famous parent?
I hear you.
Absolutely it is.
Yeah. I think it was just wanting to follow in their footsteps and to be as successful as they are, but to do it my own way. I think that's what a kid, if your dad is a fireman or a doctor, then you want to follow in their footsteps. You hope that you can be as good as they were, but you also want to be better, or you want to be your own. And I think the greatest challenge was just trying to find my own way and not depend on them to make it for me. I never asked my parents to do it for me, and they always told me that the only way that you really will have respect for yourself is if you do it on your own. And so even though they supported and encouraged me, I still had to make it on my own.
Did you ever aspire to be anything else?
No.
Okay, move on. Next. Okay, second row.
Dee from Singapore, 97 FM.
Hey, Dee.
Robin, one
Nice hair.
question.
Like your hair.
Thank you. So what really rhymes with hug me?
Oh.
Let's go on.
That's again, there are naughty things that rhyme with hug me, but love me also rhymes with hug me.
There you go.
Thank you. Next question over there. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Usha from Hype Malaysia. I have been a huge fan, and I would actually like to ask you this question: where from When I Get You Alone to Blurred Lines, the sound has totally changed. Are you moving more towards a more poppy direction as compared to your usual soul and R&B?
Well, to me, pop is just popular. And Blurred Lines is no different than anything that was on my first album. In fact, it sounds like a song that would have been right in the middle of my very first album. Well, it does. And the difference is that it has a sense of humor, which I hadn't had for the last 4 albums. My first album had all different genres of music, but the core of all of my music is my voice. It's that I sing soulfully, and I think that for me, I have no desire to make pop music. I just want to make popular music, but I want it to be my music.
Matthew.
Matthew from MTV.
Yes.
Just now you're saying every time you step on stage you want to be sexy, soulful, and fun.
Yeah.
Any surprises for World Stage tonight?
No, it'll be sexy, soulful, and fun.
so nothing, no surprises that we can expect?
Well, surprises, I guess it just depends on if you've seen me before. What's fresh about the show is now I have these 3 female dancers, which I've always kind of just done a very basic band, with me and my band, and I've always tried to be more organic, and now I think that I want to be an entertainer. I've always wanted to be an artist, and this album is the first time that I really wanted to be an entertainer, which is why my videos have become more entertaining, less brooding, and less serious. And right now, I think I just want to have fun, and I want to be happy, and my music is a reflection of who I'd like to be.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Next question over there. Yeah, go.
Hi, Robin. I'm Ashley from the newspaper. I must ask, after the controversial performance at the VMAs,
What was controversial?
can you comment on life after that, everything that has happened since then?
Oh, celebrity is a crazy thing, and I've always wanted to be a great artist, like the artist that I look up to. And, Miley and I knew exactly what we were doing at the awards, and it's the MTV Awards, it's the place of shock and awe, it's the place to provoke, it's the place to make everybody go. And for me, I just am happy to be getting all of this attention because it gives me a chance for people to hear my music. And when I die, the only thing that will matter to me is the music that I left behind, not some performance on MTV that everyone will forget. They'll remember the music and that'll live on forever. So to me, it's just about challenging myself to make great music for the rest of my life.
This question?
Hi, I'm Alan from Philippine Media.
Hey, Alan.
There is a song became really popular and also there's also a bit of controversy,
Yeah.
of course, especially from the feminist side.
Yeah.
So how are you dealing with that?
Well, you know, I feel bad for their if it didn't connect with their sensibilities, you know. But for me, I'm an entertainer, and I mean, there has been, you know, when Marilyn Monroe posed nude for Playboy magazine, you know, that was controversial, that was racy, that was over the top, and now it's one of the most revered pictures of all time, you know. And for me, I can't please everybody. I just can't do it. I have to please myself as an artist first, and I have to make sure that my family and my friends like it and support me. And then after that, I can't make everybody happy, but you know, you have to realize if I sell 10 million records, that's 5 billion people that didn't buy it. so it's not about who doesn't get it. It's about who does get it, and I just hope that more people get it than not.
Another one. And are you already thinking about topping Blurred Lines with another song?
Oh, of
Or
course.
is this-
Yeah, of course. That's the beauty of it's like if you make, you know, Titanic, the movie or something, you know, and you're James Cameron, you got to come back and make Avatar. You know, it's my job to challenge myself to keep raising the bar and make people, you know, come together and dance and smile and laugh. So I
Next
enjoy
question.
that challenge. Yeah.
Next question.
My favorite song of yours is Shaking It for Daddy. Right? Okay, how important is sex appeal in the music industry? I mean, your name is it's natural for you. Your name is Thicke.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like I need some sex appeal in my line of work. So how do you get your sex appeal?
You know, I've been with I said this in the interview I just did. You know, I think the number one thing is you have to want to be sexy, and I want to be sexy, so I try to be. And I think being sexy is being kind, being funny, brushing your teeth, putting on cologne. You know, I think that the thing is that sexy is always confidence and kindness, and I think those are the two things I try to exude as much as possible.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question over there.
Hi, I'm Collie from Coach Neck.
Hi, Colin.
I just want to ask you, because like your latest MV, Give It To You,
Uh-huh.
and there's two things in common, sexy girls and flashing words. Are these going to be part of your musical identity right now, or they're just limited?
You know what? My music and my identity has always been about love. That's been the one thing that I've always written about is love and equality and fairness. And then here I am, I do a video, you know, with naked girls in it, and now I'm a sexist, you know. So I'm dealing with that and trying to figure out how that all happened. But the ideas have not been mine. The director, Diane Martel, she's a visionary and she's very provocative, and she wants to, you know, people to remember, you know, what she makes. And so my idea was I just wanted to make a funny video with blurred lines. And she was like, well, what if we have the girls take their clothes off? And I was like, well, I don't know about that. But, you know, it ended up giving me a chance for everybody to go, oh, now they know who Robin Thicke is for the most part. Now I have a chance to make great music, and hopefully it'll get noticed. And, you know, that was the whole point, was to get people to know who I am.
Next question. Yeah.
I'm Gina from the Philippine Star.
Yes.
Are you happiest recording in the studio, on stage performing, or when you're writing songs?
I'm happiest when I'm with my son. But nothing makes me happier than my little boy. But I think I love the thrill of being on stage, because you get that immediate, you know, the fans are there, they're screaming, they're singing, they're dancing, and you get to be a part of this collective energy of everybody raising up their spirits, you know. And but I think what I've spent most of my career doing is writing songs, you know, and I haven't been able to write any new songs. I haven't had any time in the last 4 or 5 months, and it's starting to like burn at me, because every time I get some time off, all I want to do is write songs. So I think being a writer is at the forefront of my expression. Thank you.
Next question. Go ahead, Tisha.
Hi, I'm Tiancha from Tiancha.com. So I just want to ask, since you have a son, have you ever planned to increase your family members in here?
No, I think we're gonna have one. Just one is good for us. Yeah.
One question over there, and we'll go to Cleo.
Hi, Kenny.
Hey, Kenny.
Quick question.
Yes.
You're a family man, you love your family.
Yes.
But here's like a music video out which says Robin Thicke has a big dick. And also with the videos going around.
Hey, hey, you can't have a family unless you got.
But you're the coolest man I've ever known.
Thank you.
You're the coolest white man I've ever known.
Yes.
And how does your wife take it? You know.
Well, she made me cool. You know, I mean, the thing is that she is my inspiration, and she always told me, you know, what women don't want to see and what they don't want to hear, and how a woman wants to be treated. And so I joke that I've been in the Navy SEALs training of sexy with my wife all these years. And like I said, the most important thing that you can do is be kind to people. That's always number one. And when you're kind and you're funny and you make people feel good, that's sexy. You know, so that's what I try to do.
Thank you. Cleo?
Hi, Eliza Thomas from Cleo.
Hi, Liza.
Okay, very fun question. Imagine for a second that you were a girl. Would you pick Pharrell or T.I.?
Finally, a question I have never heard before. Brilliant. Oh, you know what? I'd probably pick Pharrell. Just because I've known him longer. It's more of a comfort level there.
Next question.
Great
Yes.
question.
Okay.
Anybody else? Come on, don't be shy, guys.
Have you already had the time to slow down and just kind of
No.
absorb everything?
No, I haven't gotten any time to rest the last 5 months, and my next 8 months are booked already. So no rest in sight. But you know, I call them penthouse problems. These are good problems to have.
Okay.
Paul from
We're taking last two questions right now.
What's the first thing that you liked about Malaysia when you touched down?
Oh, it was very dark, so I didn't get to see much. But what I did like was there were about 12 people to greet me as soon as I came off the plane. And everybody just had the greatest spirits and smiles on their faces and warm hearts. And there seems to be a collective kindness and joy in the people that I've met already. And everybody's been wonderful.
Have you had to go on any of the local food yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't. Well, last night we went to a Japanese restaurant, and the food was delicious. But some of it, you know, I still don't get used to the fish staring at me. You know, they bring it out, and the fish is like right there, and I just kind of like move them off a little bit. Like,
Okay, last question over there.
Hi, my name's Amanda. I'm from the Malay Mail.
hi, man.
Hi. I'd just like to know, what's your favorite song to sing in the shower? Everyone sings in the shower.
You know what? Normally, the song that I sing in the shower is the newest song that I'm working on. Yeah, normally I work on my new songs while I'm in the shower.
Okay, that's interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone, for your